Hey everybody, thank you all for joining the Wise Bulb live stream AMA today. We are so incredibly excited to have launched early access this and really excited about everybody who has participated so far. And thank you to the 100 of you who are joining us right now. So to ask questions, you can feel free to post them here in the chat. We will also be going through the discussion section the comments on the page, and then we've also pulled some other stuff from Reddit or other places like that. So to get started, we can do some quick intros. My name is Mike. I'm a product manager here at Wise. With me, we have the rest of the team. We're going to do a quick intros.
What's up, guys? I'm Dave. I run marketing here at Wise.
Scott, on the marketing team.
I'm Amy. I run Wise.com with Anthony.
How's it going? Nice to meet you guys.
Brandon on the community.
Mark from the product team.
It's Olivia. I'm a new intern.
So that's just a handful of the people that we have here this morning in the war room. We've been here since like about 7:30, but let's jump in and start answering some questions. So let's see, the first one that I see here is talking about installing Wise Bulb on a dimmer switch. You can put it on a dimmer switch as long as that switch can just turn off and turn on as well. You want to make sure that if you do put it on a dimmer switch, don't use the dimmer. So you'll have to use that initially when you set it up. But moving forward, don't use that dimmer switch because with LEDs it can get a little wonky. It's better if you use it on one that's not a dimmer, but if that's the only socket that you have, then you should be able to still go ahead and give it a try. Similar questions regarding ceiling cans or fully enclosed lamps. Our recommendation is to not use Wise Bulb in those types of light fixtures because it doesn't allow for the heat, or it doesn't allow for the Wise Bulb to cool quite as much. What does it actually mean? Well, it means that if the temperature inside that fixture gets too hot, it can reduce the lifespan of some of the internal components of Wise Bulb, which is why we recommend not using it in a fully enclosed fixture. Clay, I see your question about asking why are bulbs not Bluetooth. This would allow them to connect to the newer WiseSense bridge. So actually, no, it wouldn't have. And we did look into Bluetooth bulbs, but the bridge is using a sub 1G connection. And so it's our own proprietary frequency. It's actually not Bluetooth. Additionally, had we selected to go with Bluetooth, we would have had to have some sort of different hub if you wanted to access those bulbs remotely, or if you wanted to use Alexa, Google Home, or any of those type of services. I think in general, a lot of the questions around, why did we pick Wi-Fi versus some other system? Our goal here, as we kind of tried to say in the initial product video, is that we wanted to make a bulb that would be really easy for anyone to just pick up and use. We're thinking about people using these primarily in floor lamps, table lamps, things like that. I did see a couple questions from Dave about the BR30. So this, as I've said in a couple different posts, people have also asked about smart plugs and full color bulbs. This is the first product in the lighting and power product line. So this is just the beginning. We are planning on launching multiple new products. This is the first step. So if you have something you want to see, go to the forum section in wise.com and let us know what you'd like. We're definitely looking at quickly expanding this product line. Rock, I see you asking if it can be used in an outdoor fixture. So technically, Wise Bulb is rated for indoor use only. And so that is what the warranty covers. That said, I have been testing the Wise Bulbs at my house, and I put it outside in a not fully enclosed lamp, but it is well out of the rain, which we do get a lot of here in Seattle, but it's covered, so it's not going to get wet or anything like that. And it's been working really well. It's been out there for like 6 months, and it actually survived even the winter when we had a huge snowstorm here. So It's an indoor-only bulb, but if you put it on, a lantern outside, as long as it's close enough to still have a Wi-Fi connection, and as long as it's at least partially sheltered from the weather, you should be fine. But I do have to reiterate that it's technically only for indoor use. Let's see. Matthew, you love integration with Home Assistant. Any plans for that? So Wise Bulb is going to be integrated with Google Home. So Google and Shift. So those are the 3 integrations we have right now. I have seen a lot of people talk about Smart Things or HomeKit or some of those other integrations. Those are things that we'll always continue to look at and consider. These integrations take us a surprisingly long time and a lot of resources, as all of you have been waiting for, so patiently waiting for Google Assistant to launch with WiseCam. So we are working on expanding integrations, but I can't promise which exact ones we'll have outside of what we've already announced. Taco and Span Show, I see your question about a WiseCam doorbell. Hi from North Carolina. Hello from Seattle. Glad to have so many people different here. We are looking at lots of different products. And as we kind of hinted at the beginning of this video, the support that we're getting from you guys now and from the successful launch of WiseSense and WiseBulb is fueling our product development of a lot of other products. So we have a couple other huge products coming this year that we're so excited about. So stick with us and we'll have more information coming soon. We can talk a little bit about if. So Ben, I see your question that if you have WiseBulb turn on automatically when a contact sensor opens, does it use IFT or is it faster than IFT and using your own thing for that? So you'll be able to do that in the Wise app. And in general, if it's within the Wise app, I mean, I can't promise if it's going to be faster necessarily, but it will be easier for you to set up and manage. Our goal is to make it as easy for users to integrate their different smart home things together, be it your WiseSense, or maybe it's when your camera detects motion, turn the lights on. You'll be able to do all of that inside the app. Becca, please tell us what the bulb can do. Why this bulb? Yeah, it's a fair question. So what's the point of smart lighting, right? I feel like that's kind of a question that a lot of people have. One of the most basic things is if you have an Alexa or any Echo, or if you have Google Home or anything like that, being able to control your lights with your voice seems kind of gimmicky at first, but once you started doing it, it actually ends. It's really wonderful. So one of the things I use it for most is I have 2 lamps in the bedroom, and so in the morning I ask Alexa to turn the lights on. And that helps me get out of bed in the morning, especially in the winter here where it's really dark. Sometimes it's difficult to get up and moving. So I really enjoy being able to use the voice control for that. You'd also obviously be able to use your phone. With smart bulbs, you can also schedule them to turn on. You can schedule it to turn on at specific brightness settings and all sorts of different things like that. So it's going to be, there's a lot of other different things. We have vacation mode. We have shortcuts. So you can integrate all your different products together. Scenes, so you can save your favorite settings. We will have bulb grouping. I know that was a question that a couple of different people have asked. So you'll be able to group bulbs and control them all at once. And thank you, Jean, for the congratulations. The entire team here has been working hard. So we're excited that you guys are excited. Yeah, and let's see, will higher lumen bulbs ever be available? It's a good question. The reason why we selected to go with the 800 lumen bulb is because it's a 60 watt equivalent. And when we look at most lighting applications, that's the most common bulb in the market. And so it works for most people. Now, if you have different applications, and as we grow the lighting and power line, we may increase those lumens, or we might be able to add other features. Becca, I see you asking for the price point. Thank you, the rest of the people, for jumping in. It's $29.99 for 4 bulbs, and that's the early access right now. Big Daddy 214, how about a smart plug? I am super glad that you're interested in the smart plug. It's as I'm saying, this is the first product in our lighting and power product line. We have more stuff scheduled to come out this year, but we're not ready to quite give any details yet. But keep an eye on the roadmap, and we will announce stuff, especially to anybody who participates in early access. You'll hear first for the rest of our product launches. Dave, Ben said that video was mighty impressive.
Hey, thanks,
Good
Ben.
work.
Appreciate that.
Dave was here on, how late were you here last night working on that?
I don't even know. Ridiculous amount of time.
I left at like 8:30 and he was still here working on it.
Trying to finish that thing up. It's my own
yeah.
fault, though. Should have been done a long time ago.
Wise light. So yeah, it's 2700 Kelvin to 5600 Kelvin. I'm sorry, 6500 Kelvin. You can find all of those specs. If you go to the product page, you can click on the details tab on the top, and then there is a technical specs section. I know it's a little bit buried, and so we're looking like we plan to try to continue to iterate on this detail page in the app to make it easier for you guys to find those important specs that you need. Dave, get Claire to do videos for Wise. Lol. That's what we tell him all the time.
No idea what he's talking about.
So life of bulb. So Wise Bulb is rated for 20,000 hours of use, and the way that we get to about 18 years is when you go through the compliance, you have to estimate what they estimate using it 3 hours per day. So if you take 20,000 hours divided by 3 hours per day, you get about 18 years. And that's how we get the lifespan of the bulb. Sorry, Mo, I skipped your question. Let me go back and try to find it. So the same for dawn to dusk, like my current porch light. Yeah, so at launch, we do have the ability for you to set a schedule. And so that for our kind of like first initial launch is, having it turn on at a certain time, and you can say certain days of the week that you want it to do that. That's the initial implementation that we have. I have a lot of I think we all have a lot of plans for where we can take Wise Bulb. So dawn to dusk setting is a big one. We're also talking a lot about geolocation. We're looking at a whole host of additional features that we can add. Things like wake up mode or go to bed mode, so it can fade in over the course of like 30 minutes to wake you up. So there's a lot of different features that we want to add. And I would ask all of you guys to tell us what's important. Go again to the forum section of wise.com and vote for the things that you care about most for Wise Bulb, and that's how we will prioritize which ones to build.
For lunch.
What?
What do you want for lunch from homegrown?
Whatever, that works. So we are ordering lunch right now. It is in Seattle, 12/14. So let's see. So I've done pre-order. What are sales like so far? Well, so you actually see in the app. Let's see where we are at. We are at 11% sold now. So we're 11% sold out of our inventory. GC10.
I'm not updated.
Well, we're at a 10 or 11% depending on where you're sitting. And so for those of you who participated in the Sense Early Access, first off, I want to say thank you. We've seen a ton of repeat, we've seen a lot of people who have participated in Sense also participating in Wise Bulb, and that's exactly what we want to see. The whole point of Early Access is to kind of build that core community and make sure that our most loyal and excited users get the first access to products. So we love seeing you guys back again, and we are at 11% sold. For Wise Sense, we ended the first day at I think about 40 or 50% sold through our entire inventory allocation. So I'd say we're probably on track to do that again today, but please help spread the word. Tell your friends and family about Wise. We can't do this without you. We don't, we spend the vast majority of our money on product development, on customer support, on the things that drive customer impact, on hiring the team that we need to hire to build the clouds to support new products. What we don't do is spend huge amounts of money on marketing because we really do rely on word of voice from people like yourself. Is there any local APIs for Wise products? It'll allow for tech-savvy people to add Home Assistant integration, HomeKit integration, and all those other things. We got this question with Wise Sense as well, and currently, no, we don't have this capability. it's one thing that we're always kind of struggling to balance. We know that the tech savvy people and you early adopters are kind of the heart of Wise. You're the ones who found us when we were just a really small company with one $20 camera. And so that's why we did things like RTSP. We knew it was really important for a certain portion of the community. That we also do have limited resources. And it's hard. We do have to make really tough decisions on prioritizing. Do we build something for that can impact and be really important to a certain group, or do we try to prioritize the larger fixes and features that we think might have a bigger impact? Not to say that we won't ever do the API, but just that I don't think that that's something that it's not something that we're working on, at least right now. Jeff, can these be used outside? So yeah, covered that a little bit earlier. Sorry if you missed that. It will technically rated for indoor use. But as long as it doesn't have direct exposure to the weather, you should be fine. But again, it's rated for indoor use, and that is what the warranty covers. LED bulbs are supposed to be cheap to operate. Does adding the Wi-Fi aspect use more energy? If so, is it just a small amount? Yeah, it's a negligible amount. I think our the estimated yearly cost is just over $3 of running a Wise bulb, and that's assuming you're using it for 3 hours a day. So it should be, when it comes to, if you're trying to reduce your environmental impact, if you're trying to save money and you're still using incandescent bulbs, yes, please upgrade to LED bulbs. And I would happen to say Wise bulbs are a great option for you. The Wi-Fi doesn't add a significant cost or energy usage. Let's see. Are there plans for Rgb bulb? We don't have an Rgb bulb that is coming in the near future. We do have a much grander vision for what the lighting and power product line can look like. So Rgb would be one of those options. Again, if that's important to you, I've heard a lot of people asking for it. Please vote for that on the forum section of the Wise app. I'm sorry, of Wise.com. Early Bronco Tiago rating adjustable. Yep. So Wise is going to you can use the app to dim them and also change their Kelvin temperature, and the price point is staying the same for the official release. Yes, the price point of the Wise bulb is the same from early access and the official release. John Taylor, where are you going next? If it's regarding products, we have a couple of really big products coming out. We're not quite ready to say which one's next quite yet, but stay tuned. We have a really, really busy Q2, Q3 this year. The entire team is just working so hard to try to deliver these products to you guys and continue to improve and support our existing products. That's one thing that's really important to us. Is there a possibility for bulk discounts? Because we price at the lowest possible price, we actually don't see a ton of efficiency for bulk orders. So to my knowledge, I don't believe so. That would be a question that would go to the ops team. As of now, no, we don't have that. If we see a bunch of bulk orders coming through or huge corporate things, we might look into it. But our focus really is on core users. Our focus is on those of us who just want to have a smart home. And so in that case, we don't see a lot of bulk orders. Let's see, it can be motion sensor by camera or by. So Scott Nielsen, first off, I want to say thank you for having multiple cameras and multiple sense units. Love to hear and see people, having multiple different types of Wise products. And yes, you can use the light bulb. The light bulb can be triggered to turn on by motion sense by the camera. So you will be able to do that. Anju S. Sorry, I'm not trying to ignore you. Let me see if I can find it. Do you mind reposting that question? I apologize if I've missed it. I'll do my best to get it. Do I have any release date for the outdoor cameras? No, not yet. I can say, and what we said in the last early access backer happy hour. So those of you, if you don't know, when you join early access, we will continue to engage with you in certain. We have a special section of the forum just for backers of early access where we give the earliest information to things. So what I did say last time is we have a team that's specifically working on the outdoor cam, and all of these other products are not using the same resources as the outdoor cam. Anju S, me up. Okay, I missed it again. I'm sorry if I'm missing your question. Just post it again. If you guys see it, would you let me know what that one was?
Sure.
Can they slow it down? Can they slow it down to it?
Can they slowly dim? So, so that was the kind of fade in, fade out feature. We don't have that built yet. I do anticipate that being one of the first features that we release, primarily so that way we can use it for waking up and going to bed. One of the things that we do have that's kind of unique with the Wise Bulb, is which you might have seen on the product page, is that it can, when you turn it on and off, it has a very fast but gentle curve. And that was something that a lot of time was put in to make that experience more pleasant. Turning your lights on and off, you do it every day, you don't think about it. But when you first experience turning your lights on and having them curve up versus just all the way on, it's a really pleasant experience. I kind of compare it to getting in your car. When you open the car door, the lights fade up and greet you. Mike, there is a viewer asking, does it dim in the morning when we wake up? Oh, thanks, Scott. Yeah, so just to answer that one, we don't have the fade in, fade out over a duration yet, but that's something that it's built. We're just trying to find the best way to implement it, so that way it's really easy. Is NAS still in the work? Tony, good question.
I can answer that one.
Okay, go for it.
So as you guys know, the Max drive was delayed. We've had some further complications with that one where it's not looking great at the moment. But NAS drive, that feature is still in the works independently, whether that's with Max drive or with a future product. We definitely still want to launch that. Just got a ton of projects that we're working on right now, obviously. But don't count on the Max drive at this point. I will say that, sadly.
Yeah. On a lighter note, Darren, if I could make a sensor to signal the bulb that your wife is mad at you or that your dog is hungry, I'd be a wizard. That would be awesome. We'll look into it. We'll put some R&D towards that. Let's see, what else is there? I want to match the light temperature of the light outside feature. Drew, that's a great one. That has to do kind of like with the sun position and time of day. Again, I think that's an awesome feature. We have a huge roadmap of features that we want to add to Wise Bulb. So what we are launching with is just that. It's just what we're launching with. Somebody in the Wise app on the comments page asked if the bulbs can have over-the-air firmware updates. Yes, because they're connected to Wi-Fi, they can. And actually, we anticipate having probably 1 or 2 firmware updates right away at launch that will introduce new features. So it's going to be a huge opportunity for all of our users. So the bulb you buy today is only going to get better over time as we introduce additional features. Let's see. Does it work standalone without cameras and sense by using? Yes. So that's one really big thing. So thank you for asking the question. Wise Bulb is a standalone product. You do not need a hub. You don't need Wise Cam. You don't need Wise Sense. All that you need is a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi connection and a place that you want to use a light bulb. That said, Wise Bulb is way better with Wise Cam. It's better with Wise Sense. If you want to do all of these awesome smart home automations, if you want your lights to turn on when the front door opens or when motion's detected, or to turn off after motion's not been detected for like 10 minutes, that's when Wise Sense is really powerful. And that's actually why we've been developing Wise Sense and Wise Bulb together from the very, very beginning. These are, at least I think of them really as 2 pieces of the same product, because the promise that we want to deliver is automating your lighting, and it's a lot easier to do that when you have both. Thomas, I see that your payment failed twice now. Any problems happening? Not that I know of from our end. If you continue to have a problem, please open a support ticket, and one of our agents will be able to help you. We can also try to process that payment on our end. So definitely want to make sure that you get helped. Yeah, let's ask some other questions. What other questions do you guys want to get answered? It is only 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network, and not the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. That's because it's not a dual band Wi-Fi antenna in there. And we do that primarily to try to reduce cost, and also because the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi sometimes doesn't have as good of a range, and so 2.4 tends to work well.
So I want to make sure you get the other questions that are outside of.
Yeah, which ones?
Do they or can you add the ability to dim on over a time period for sunrise replication?
Yeah, so we don't have that one yet. So the question was, can you schedule it to fade on, fade off? We don't have that yet, but we will work. We are working on that. Color bulb coming soon. So no, we don't have it in the imminent future. It is something that we will continue to look at to expand. Does anybody else have any questions that you're seeing in the community that are important?
Will these work with a three-way switch?
So in order to get it into pairing mode, you have to be able to turn the lamp on and off 3 times. That's what gets it into pairing mode. So as long as your lamp is able to do that, it will work. Additionally, if you do have a lamp that has like the 3-way, like a dimming function, it should work. I would advise not using it on one of those types of lamps because, as I said, when you have it on a dimmer, it can change the voltage, which sometimes messes with the LED. So it's better to use it not in that one, but it should still work.
3-way switches.
What do you say?
It's actually like a 3-way. 3-way is when you get 2 switches. Yeah.
Oh.
It's like in 2 different areas.
Oh yeah, that'll work. That's fine then. Why is shipping so high? That's a fair question. It's predominantly we don't control shipping, and that's one of the really hard things about being a smaller company and being a company that tries to be really transparent with our pricing. So we price the products at the lowest possible price, and we don't build shipping into our product price. Why do we do that? Well, we do that because when you order, if we did that, it's really easy. Wise Bulb would cost maybe like $39.99 instead of $29.99, the 4-pack. And customers would think that it's a great product still. It's free shipping. That's great. That's what a lot of our competitors do. The downside of that is when you buy 2, it's a linear. You're paying shipping for both of them. Instead, what we have chosen to do, at least for now, is we don't build that in. So as you build a bigger basket on wise.com, your shipping charge doesn't go linear. Because we save money as we ship more product together. And so by doing that, we're able to pass those savings back on to you guys. So it actually is saving money, but the result of that is when we have to pay, $7.99 to ship this 4-pack, that is the true cost. Shipping is quite expensive still. If you want to see, this is the box that Wise Bulb ships in. So it's pretty large. And we are doing a lot of cost out initiatives. We're building out additional warehouses and things like that to try to reduce those costs for everyone.
I will add real quick. We don't make money on shipping right now. We're losing money. Like we spend more on shipping than we're actually taking in. So I'll throw that out there. It's not like a revenue stream for us. We actually spend more money than we get for shipping.
Mo, I see you asking about what app to use. So the Wise products are all going to be in the same app. So it's the same Wise app that you use for other things, or for the Wise Cam or Wise Sense. Wise is a big company now for me. Roger, thank you. Yeah, we are a growing company. Actually, we're about to switch offices because we've completely outgrown this office from hiring. We've been on a hiring spree for the last couple of months.
So many people in this office right now. It's like packed.
It is very much packed. I know this is a stretch, but any chances would work with the app. Work with the Hue app. So no, unfortunately, Wise Bulbs are not going to work in the Hue app. They are there. You'll be able to use them in the Wise app, and we do have integrations with IFT or IFTTT. So you'll be able to use your different smart home products together. We understand that that's important, and we don't expect people who've already invested in certain systems to completely get rid of that. And that's why we know that IFT is really important, and we'll make sure that we continue to support that.
Google Home Wise Cam update. unrelated to Bulb, but we got some great news on that front yesterday. So hopefully we'll send out another update like really soon.
Regarding can you watch this later? Can they watch this later? Amy, or can they watch this later?
Yeah, so you guys will be able to access this entire live stream with the same link once we're done recording. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Thank you.
Also for Google Home, you said it's available in
End of May.
Yeah.
That's still.
Oh, before or by end of May.
I said we'll send an update out in the next few days.
Yeah.
Okay.
So end of May is what we're saying
is what
now.
we're saying right now.
Ryan H, can I control the Bulb with Amazon Echo or Google Home? Both. You'll be able to control them both with your voice. Michael Sims, how about some Wise apparel? Yeah, so
We're
we do
working on
have,
it right now.
as you see, we have these hoodies. We have some other tees. Are you wearing the tee?
I'm not wearing the tee.
So we are, we're working on it.
We're working on building a little store into our webpage right now because I know a lot of people have asked for swag, which would be awesome. We'd love to have you guys wear Wise stuff around.
People are asking about the decals that they can print for security. Do we still do that?
Yeah. So if you guys want security stickers, go to our support site and then just search for downloadable goodies. And so there will be free PDFs that you guys can print out or take to a print shop. Or there's actually an Etsy seller who actually designed the original sticker for us. And so he's selling them, I think, for about $5. Yeah. So those are all your options right now.
Yeah, we love when community members kind of get crafty and do things like that. We have had a couple people printing 3D or printing mounts for the Wise motion sensor to go in the corner. That type of stuff is awesome. We love how creative and active this community is. So yeah, if you want those, to reiterate, go to the support and search
I'll
for.
send the link out.
Awesome. Amy will send the link out.
Okay.
Less Than Handy wanted to say hello to you, by the way.
Who?
Less Than Handy.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe that's the.
Yeah, Siri support. Stretch. That's another. It's a similar one where the integrations are. We get that they're really important. Everybody uses different integrations. It's kind of this hard time where we are at in smart home, where there are so many different platforms and so many different assistants to integrate with. So we're having to prioritize. So right now, Wise Bulb will have Alexa, Google Home, and IFT. Those are the key integrations that we have. No plans at this point for Siri. I know it's important to a lot of people, and if that continues to be really important to you, let us know. Share that feedback on the forums so we can hear your voice. Now on the so I see a question for the sensor. Should the magnet or the sensor be mounted on the door? Doesn't really matter. It's whatever fits. Most of the time, the magnet, which is the smaller part, I normally put it on the frame, and the actual larger piece I put on the door just because there's more space, but you can do any way that you want. For Wise sensors, adding an optional sticker to place over the blue light on the receiver. So that's actually a great one. So for the bridge, we are releasing an update that will allow you to toggle that LED light on and off. And to do that, go to the camera that has the bridge plugged in, go to settings, and then you'll see an extended devices tab in the settings. If you click that, you'll be able to toggle it on and off in the near future. Let's give me the previous sketch. Let's see. Why?
We can say it anyway.
Someone asked, is a video doorbell available? I'm going to say this because this is the product I'm most excited about. We're not like making it like yeah, it's in the I think it's announced. Like it says, but it's in the works and it's going to be just awesome. Like I think it's going to be equal to or better than Wise Cam, but that's a pretty big promise. But that's like I'm super excited about that one right now.
Yeah,
I will say that I have it on my.
You might want to say people might show up.
That's true.
I don't think so. Ryan, yes, I'm glad that you guys will also be buying a video doorbell. Let's see. Oh man, you guys were getting a lot of
video doorbells.
Right yeah,
that's an easy. That's gonna be.
No pricing yet for the doorbell. I'm not ready to release stuff like that. But yeah, it's
gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be great.
I'm more excited for that than outdoor camp stuff. Like
Will there be any more black Wise cams? Maybe.
Wink, wink, wink.
Yeah, maybe. I wonder when that would happen.
Maybe on Friday.
Yeah, maybe on a Friday. I don't know what Friday a black Wise cam might be available, but maybe. Garage door controller / camera. Jonathan King, awesome question. So one of the big things with smart home that we know is important is access control. And so we're exploring a lot of different ways of controlling access to the home. Garages are really important. Are we going to build our own? That's something we're looking at. We're also looking at other creative ways to be able to bring that same experience into the Wise app so it integrates with all your products. Yeah, we are a couple of Wise guys. The bulbs will be Alexa enabled in that they can work with Alexa. There is not Alexa built into these smart bulbs. One thing to know. Will WiseCam V3 have enough firmware memory to do all of the features with RTSP versus needed to be? WiseCam V3, we don't have any updates really ready to share yet. We're still really focused on V2, and there's some other stuff that we're working on as well. But we are looking at the future. So I appreciate we will be upping the specs. So we're going to obviously be adding increasing memory, increasing all of those core things so we can support more. I don't know specifically about RTSP though. Are you going to be making an appliance module that will turn AC powered devices on and off? That's an interesting idea. As far as like a specific retrofit for existing AC, can't say that that's in the works right now, but would love to hear more about that. So if you add a post on the forum, I'll make sure to read that and see what you guys are talking about. Wise product for safes. Dennis, so if you're just trying to look to see if somebody's getting into your safe, we have seen a lot of people putting the contact sensor from WiseSense on their safes. So I would recommend that you try that. You legit bought 8 Wise cams, 2 sensor kits, and pre-ordered the bulb. Thank you so much, Vinny. So happy that you're a part of the community. Awesome. Let's see. Will Google Home chimes speaker sound? Content sensor opens. Yeah, so regarding like the chime for Sense, we are looking at, so we talked a little bit about a doorbell. We hear a lot of people asking about sirens or chimes for Sense. So I can say that we are getting creative with how we can kind of leverage certain products for each other. We don't have the solution quite ready yet, so I don't want to give details since it's evolving, but we are looking at different options for sirens and chimes.
I will say that, like, I would like we so want to just say like everything about all the products coming out. The problem is if something slips or like goes wrong, then we feel like we lie, and then like it's like kind of like the Max Drive thing where we like announce too early, and then stuff happened, and then it's like now we're like stuck looking like idiots, right? So like we want to be the opposite of like a keynote where we don't hear about products till like the last minute when it's announced. We want to tell everything as it's happening. But at the same time, we don't want to look like idiots when we promise stuff that you get excited about that like nothing ever happens.
Because had we done that, like I fully anticipated launching Wise Bulb. I think it was October, right? Like it was October of last year. We were 2 weeks away from launch. We were having our daily stand-up meetings. We were ready to go, ready to launch this product. And if you watched the video, you saw the story where we decided to cut it and to not launch because it wasn't the right thing for customers. And so that's why we sometimes have to be careful with what we say. But today, as Dave said, we want to be as transparent as we can with you guys.
I also feel like I see a lot of questions where people say like, why are you releasing the bulb? Why not work on the outdoor cam? I think you mentioned this before, but I think like it should be super clear that we got a $20 million investment and we have built multiple teams, right? So it's not like we're stealing resources from an outdoor cam to build a bulb. Like we've just hired and built bigger teams and put more resources in all those teams. So they're all being worked on at the same time. Like pulling more resources from the bulb to put on outdoor cam is not going to make it go faster, right? It's like
they're different teams.
They're different teams.
Also, I want to say I see we have somebody from the Netherlands with us right now. That is awesome. I'm glad that you're the talk of the neighborhood as you're the only one with Wise. That's so cool. And I think that actually brings up a good topic. I've seen a lot of people from Canada, people from Australia, people from all over asking when they can order from the Wise app. it's something that we want to do. Do you want to take that one?
Can I just apologize on behalf of all of us at Wise to my fellow Canadians? I'm half Canadian. My mom is Canadian. Brandon is Canadian.
You don't know he was half Canadian?
I didn't know this.
You didn't know I'm half Canadian? Oh, my mom's Canadian. Yeah. So anyway, I just want to say we're sorry. Like, we always preach like we're gonna step up and listen to our customers and do the right thing. We have failed Canadians. We failed people in the UK and other places of the world as well. But I feel like Canada, every single time we post anything, there's like a million Canadians saying like, "Why are you forgetting about us?" And we are going to fix that problem.
This summer.
That's what we're aiming for. I don't know if I should have said that publicly, but
Under
that's-
promise,
I like how
over
you just
deliver,
said we won't say dates
we won't say
anymore.
dates because we look like idiots. But
Say holidays.
we want to make that day an extra special day for you Canadians. And I'm sorry on behalf of all Wise. We're gonna fix that as fast as we can.
Yeah. There is a lot of complexity. So both this product certification, we have to update our entire shipping logistics, our e-commerce applications. Anthony right now is working really hard on being able to do these expansions. So we are working on it.
The marketing department's freaking out.
That's true.
But yeah,
It's funny because I just barely said don't say stuff that you're not sure on
That's okay.
because they're not sure on that. That was like our internal like we're gonna try to hit this.
yeah.
So we've just been saying this summer.
Now the pressure's on
This
Anthony.
is
Battery operated. All right,
really
Michael, I see your question. Sorry if we've been if we missed it earlier. So, do we anticipate battery operated cameras? We are working. I mean, we're working on. Yes. Yeah, I think we can say that, right?
Outdoor cam?
Yeah.
Outdoor cams. Battery operated.
Battery operated.
Was that not public knowledge?
I think it was.
I think they had a super long cord.
Dongsheng.
House out of the
Yeah, Dongsheng, who is our chief product officer and product manager for WiseCam, couldn't be here today. So because he's not here, we're just kind of
saying too much.
We're just doing everything. Do you want to know Gwen's comments right now? Bad day, bad.
yeah. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Mike. We appreciate it. We do have an awesome team here, and I think I want to say that's a huge kudos to the leadership team from our co-founders who have built this, and everybody who's come in. We all have so much fun working together and working with our community. I also want to do a formal huge shout out to all of our beta testers. I don't know if any of the Bulb beta testers and Sense beta testers are here right now, but like, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We've been working together for almost a full year now, going through so many different problems and iterations. And these people who have put so much time in, are heroes to us at Wise. We can't do this without them. If you're interested in being a beta tester, you can go to wise.com, and
Send up the link.
Amy is going to send out the link as well, so you can sign up. Garrett got ahead of you.
People asking about Home Depot. People, you're seeing. I want to talk about this real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Because you're seeing WiseCam and Home Depot right now. This is like a super exciting announcement or thing that's happening to us right now. Is Home Depot's picked up WiseCam. It was supposed to be a sale for Father's Day, and I guess that the store managers for Home Depot have a lot of autonomy in what they can do. So a lot of them are just putting out the WiseCams way early, which is awesome for us because they're already looking at ordering more because they're selling great at Home Depot. Before they were even supposed to go on sale, they've been selling well. So thank you so much to everyone who's gone out and put pressure on Home Depot to put those out in a nice, viewable location within the store. We're super excited to get that partnership rolling out and see what happens.
Eric, I see your question. Sorry, it was about 20 minutes ago, so I think we've answered it. But yeah, you'll be able to watch this live stream later. Amy is going to send out the link to that. Going through some of the other comments here. Travis, I see that you commented. Again, I'm in the product app, or in the Wise app right now. It is going to work with Alexa and Google Home. Why is it not available in Canada? We kind of talked about that already. We are working on getting it there as soon as possible this summer. Can you change it from cool white to soft white? Yes. Yep. So it's a fully tunable white. From 2700 Kelvin to 6500 Kelvin. And so that should take you from daylight to soft white. Will it be able to turn off after X minutes in activity of motion sense? Yes, you will be able to do that. And one of the things that we wanted to clarify, it will work with 220 volt. We had miscommunication earlier. It will work with 220 volt. So that's one thing that's important to note. Can you pair this with Y sensor and turn on certain lights when there's motion? Yep, you'll be able to do that. You can do all of that through the shortcut section in the Wise app. It's that top bar. If you go in there, you can click the 3 dots on the top right, click Edit Shortcuts, and then you can create actions and triggers. Your actions are going to be turning your bulbs on, and you can have them turn on to a specific brightness and color temperature. And then the trigger is going to be the sensor. And we know it's a little bit complicated to set up right now, so we're looking at doing a very pretty significant redesign of not just the bulb, but of the app in general to try to simplify the connections between different types of products. Is there ability to make bulbs blink or flash? Todd, see your question there. We don't have that as an action right now. That would be something that we could add in the future because it wouldn't require hardware changes. So that's a fair request. Again, if anybody else would like to see that, if that would be useful, please comment on the forum so that way we can track that as well. Custom notification sounds. Yeah, we see multiple people have asked for that one. It's something that we are working on. Oh, do you guys want to say, can you want to meet Haley?
Hello, everyone.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Haley. I'm the graphic designer here. I make all the images.
She made the Home Depot booths, if you like those. That was Haley and Scott.
And Dave.
And me both. And lunch is here.
Yeah, and Haley for a large part made the detail page as well. So she's able to iterate and make these awesome detail pages that you guys all get to see. So can it be used as an exterior light, porch light? Thank you. As we said a little bit earlier in this, you can't. It's the Wise bulb is rated for indoor use only. Though I have put it on a porch light outside, and it's been out for about 6 months, and it works. Again, it's only rated for indoor use. Though our operating temperature is -4 degrees Fahrenheit to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. So the things you want to make sure that you're doing is that you are keeping it a not fully enclosed lamp outside. If it's fully closed in the summer, it's probably going to get really hot, and it will just reduce the lifespan of the bulb. You'd also want to make sure, so Bruce, to answer your question, no, they're not rated for fully enclosed use. It'll just shorten that lifespan of some of the internal components. And you also want to make sure that it's not fully exposed to the elements, so it's not getting wet, things like that. Will there be outdoor floodlights for security? Good question, Michael. With the outdoor cam, that's going to be kind of one of the first steps into our, outside of the home. So expect to see us continue to grow in that outdoor space. As of right now, though, no specific products that we're ready to talk about. Let's see, 4 units for 30. Any chance of a bigger discount? $7.50 versus $8 at launch. So 4 units it's 4 bulbs for $29.99. That is the everyday price. We work as hard as we can to get the products to be the lowest possible price. We set our expectations really, really high with WiseCam, and we do our best to continue to deliver that and drive costs down.
We were at a company party like a week ago. This guy was in the corner of the room the entire party trying to beat up a supplier on price.
Not beat up. We were negotiating.
Okay, sorry, not beat up.
We're friends.
Negotiating. But yeah, it's like that's like as low as you could possibly price this.
And it is good. It's a good thing to point out. Like our suppliers and the entire supply chain. Like he jokes that I was beating them up, but like we all work so closely together. We talk with our suppliers every day, and they talk with further down the supply chain. So all of us are bought into high volume, low margin. We're all bought into efficiencies. We're all bought into listening to our customers and delivering the best experience. And that's kind of, not to completely give the secret sauce away, but like
everyone's bought in. It's awesome.
That's how we do it.
It's really, really unique.
Vinny, will there ever be a Wise thermostat? Interesting question. We have a lot of products that we're looking at within the environmental control. When you think of what Wise Sense can integrate with, a thermostat is something that could make sense, especially if we have like a temperature humidity sensor. So yeah, we're looking at the thermostat. No official release or no official saying that it's going to be a product, but we have a really aggressive roadmap, and a lot of stuff is on it. Will there ever be a Wise TV? Not maybe. I mean, not sure.
Further down the line.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff.
You can already view Wise cams on TV.
Yeah, with a Fire TV stick, right?
And Google.
And Google. Are you hiring for any positions in other parts of the U.S., specifically the Southeast? You feel like you're probably.
We're hiring like a ton of people right now, but we're pretty big on bringing everyone to Seattle. Like we want everyone to be here in office as much as possible. We have done a few hires outside, but for the most part, we're pushing all those people to come to Seattle. We love, like, obviously you can see like we collaborate all the time. We work together really close. Like I'm in his office 3,000 times a day, and he's in my office. And it's like we're all working super closely together. So we're in Seattle. If you would like a job, we have a bunch of positions.
Yeah.
You can apply for.
And you can find those by going to
We have a
wise.com.
careers page now, right, Amy?
Wise.com/careers.
Wise.com/careers, and you can see everything that's listed.
I'm going to add this. If you want a job on the marketing team, contact me in the most creative way you can think of. That's all I'm going to say.
Apply.
Don't spend money. Don't spend money. But we want more creative people here. That's one position that we haven't filled yet.
We also are hiring for the product team. I think if one thing's clear from all of this, we have a lot of products in development, and we're always looking for people to join. So if you're really passionate about smart home, if you're somebody who's excited about working at an early stage startup and growing very quickly, hit us up. Happy to talk. Let's see. When you move the slider in the app for brightness, does the light respond in real time? Yes, it does. So you'll see that dim in real time. Can the Wise bulb be turned off after no motion is detected? Yes, you can. Where can I get a Wise zip-up hoodie?
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
Haley, you just saw, she is owning that project. She is working with a couple different, she's trying to choose right now between a couple different manufacturers to help put merch on our website.
Yeah. So
as soon as she gets that done.
Do bulbs work without internet? So you will be able to. I mean, obviously, if it's on a light switch or on a lamp, you can turn it on and off still. So you still have that local control. But because we do have direct Wi-Fi bulbs, if your internet goes down, you won't be able to use your app. Alexa or Google also would not be able to work at that point. But you'll always be able to still use your local access control. Can you dim lights by voice? Yep. Yeah. So you'll be able to ask Alexa or Google to dim, and they'll be able to do that. Wise, can you give me an estimate on the price?
Maybe it's your doorbell cam.
No, sorry, not yet. Don't have that. I actually don't even know it.
Everyone's like, don't say anything.
Push him out of the frame. Let's see. So there's been a lot of the Wise app won't open right now. Tom, is your Wise app opening? Sometimes so I'm actually going to flip this to Anthony to talk about. Talk about how much of the server upgrade we did to support early access this time.
Yeah, so during the Sense launch, we got such an overwhelming response that it took down our servers. So for this bulb launch, we kind of increased the power probably about 6-fold to make sure that everybody who wanted to order a bulb was able to. So we didn't put that as a blocker. We're working on a lot of things. I know a lot of questions are about the swag store, so that's coming soon. Canada is coming in the summer. I'm trying to see if there's any other questions. Let's take a look online.
Also, can we announce faster shipping options potentially?
Yeah. So
There's announcements all over.
On Wise.com.
So for Wise.com, we are really working hard on providing quicker shipping, as well as like Mike had talked about, being a smaller company with the shipping rates being high, and how we, that is the charge that we're getting. So we're working super hard on making shipping faster and cheaper, and being able to get products to everybody in a timely manner. So I think that's the only announcements that I can make. But Wise.com, I think, going forward, we're going to have a lot of cool changes.
Yeah. And one of the things I think is important for us to talk about is why we care a lot and why we, encourage and are investing in better shipping options for Wise.com and the app. As we say a lot, we try to always have the best possible price and pass it along to you guys. And going through our direct channels is one of the ways that we're able to try to cut down on some of those costs. And so we really appreciate for all of you who already are a Wise customer, when you purchase through the Wise app, when you purchase through Wise.com, that's helping us grow as a company. If you buy through Amazon anywhere else, that's still awesome. We still really appreciate that. But we're always trying to deliver the best experience and be able to have that best connection with you all through our own channels. And that's part why we definitely are always investing in those better shipping options. We want to make that easier for you all. Please bring a thermostat out soon. That would be a very wise decision to launch soon. Thank you. Yes,
There's a lot of things we want to launch soon.
There's a lot of things. Could you discuss a little about the difficulty of integrating with HomeKit? Does it change the device, or could it be a separate hub?
Do you guys talk about HomeKit?
Not really. I mean, we basically said we do have the integrations with Google Assistant, Alexa.
HomeKit, honestly, HomeKit is the most difficult integration. We've actually talked to Apple this week about doing it. It's just the things that they require for HomeKit is super difficult for us to match with our current products. And we've asked for certain help or exceptions on some stuff, and we might be able to get it, but it's definitely the highest bar to hit for us.
Yeah,
they're great though. I mean, we'd absolutely love to do that. Also, if we could get more, when we ask our customers, we don't get a ton of, and obviously there's a certain amount of people that really, really want HomeKit, but widely across our customers, it's not a really highly requested thing compared to Google or Alexa. So when we get to a level where we feel like customers really, really want this, and then we can make the necessary investments to make the upgrades and things that Apple wants to get the HomeKit rolling.
We're running low on time, so I just see a couple quick ones. So I saw somebody ask about Android 4.0 or earlier. Unfortunately, we don't support that, and I don't think that there's any plans to be able to go back and support that. Also saw some people talk about wind gauge, rain gauges, all these types of cool sensors. That's so cool. Continue to post those in the forum so we can collect all of your ideas. Amazon, add Amazon Pay to app. That is something that we're looking at. We have Amazon Pay on the website. I don't know if we have an ETA on the app. None.
It's on the backlog.
It's on the backlog. There's a lot of improvements in the app that we are working on. Sensor. Say something, please. We are working on additional sensors and things like that. But want to just wrap up by saying thank you guys from all of us here. I just want to. We've all been working hard on this, and it's fun to see everybody. Yes.
There are more people here earlier.
Yeah, we have a lot more people also out working. Not everybody is, just us right now in the early access launch. But thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please spread the word about Wise Bulb, and we can't wait to hear what you guys think about Wise Bulb.
Thanks so much, everyone.
They want to watch you eat your lunch.
Just leave it live.
Transition to mukbang.
I think we're gonna cut before that. That's where live streaming is a little. All right, guys.
You're not
No,
going to do the ASMR eat video?
not yet.
ASMR for this.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Enjoy.
We'll see ya.
Bye.